Hey, what is happening, you Crunchy Caterpie? So I've been doing a little bit of a watch party type thing on my stream. By the way, I stream every day except Mondays over at twitch.tv/AzulGG. Doing a little bit of a watch party, watching Sao Paulo regionals that is happening this weekend. I'm going to be uploading this video on Saturday, probably late Saturday evening. And there will be still the day 2 of the tournament to happen on Sunday. So if you want to catch me live watching the Sao Paulo regional stream, be sure to check out the live stream. Like I said, first link in the description. Give it a click, give it a follow, because there's still all of day 2 plus top cut, top 4, top 8, top 4, and finals to watch. So if you guys want to catch me live watching this gameplay, then be sure to tune into the Twitch stream tomorrow. Should be starting up around 7 a.m. PST. So yeah, go check out the live stream to watch it live. But I'm going to be uploading probably 2 or 3 of the videos, 2 or 3 of the rounds here today, and then 2 or 3 of the rounds tomorrow, and so on and so forth, kind of like I did with the Salt Lake City regionals VOD review. This isn't quite as much of a VOD review because I am watching it live, so I don't go as in-depth on lines of play and the gameplay in general, but it definitely is a different kind of take on watching it live, so it's definitely still pretty informational, still kind of break down the plays, talk about the plays, talk about what they're trying to do, what else they could look to do, and what I think I would do in the situations. So this first round here is going to be Mew VMAX up against the Rapid Strike Urshifu dark box type deck with like the baby Moltres and the Hoopa. It's not exactly Robin's exact 60, but it's the same archetype where it's got the Urshifu VMAXs in there, it's got the baby Moltres, and it's got the Hoopa. And so I'll be uploading probably 2 or 3 of the rounds of the tournament, like I said, today, a couple tomorrow, and then so on throughout the beginning of next week as well. So if you're not able to catch me live tomorrow, or you didn't catch me live today, all of the rounds will make their way up to YouTube, and you can watch them all here. I think that's all I got to say. If you guys enjoyed the video and been enjoying the videos lately, be sure to give the video a like. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell if you're enjoying the content. And let's go ahead. Let's get into it and get into this round number 4. All right, here we go. Dark something with the Hoopa start. Oh, so it looks like it is the it looks like it is the Robin deck, and they have a dead hand up against Mew VMAX. So looking like a good start for Mew VMAX. Mew VMAX prize 2 Mew V. So if they're running the small Mew V line, they could be in trouble here, but oh, it's Vitter. We'll see. Yeah, if they're running like the 3 Mew V, they could be in trouble here because they did prize 2 of them, but Lucas is literally living off a top deck here because their hand is dead. Lucas's hand is dead. There's the Mew. There's the Genesect. Okay. They're going first. They have Oricorio, which is good. The Oricorio is good against Urshifu to stop the Genesect chase. They have an Ultra Ball as well. I wouldn't hate to see them use Crammatic and Ultra Ball here, though. They could have crammed the... No, I guess that wouldn't really work for their hand, actually. I take it back. No, I mean, you could have crammed and then Ultra Ball away the Oricorio, to be honest. But I guess you kind of want Oricorio in play in this matchup, so I guess it's fine to go this way. You don't have the switch card to move the Meloetta now, which makes it harder to boss next turn, but not a huge deal. You probably go like bench Oricorio, play Stadium, draw a couple off Stadium, and then kind of just go from there. You just want to see as many cards as possible, so I don't know if you want to bench that Genesect though, because then your board state could get a little bit awkward. I feel like, yeah, and they're not gonna bench it. That's why I didn't love benching the Oricorio though, because now you can't get that 3rd Genesect down. Oof. Other hand's not terrible actually. You can play Escape Rope and then Cramomatic the Echoing Horn, I guess. Or you could just pass here. You don't actually have to be that aggressive here. You could just pass here. I'd be fine to just see the pass. Yeah. Just keep the options around that. Although I don't hate playing a little bit more aggressive, to be honest. Okay, Urshifu top deck, so still dead hand for Lucas. Or effectively dead hand. You can bench Urshifu attach to it, but then it's going to get Escape Rope to knocked out next turn. And then they'll probably just... they might just lose the game in like 2 turns from here. There's the attach. And then, yeah, we'll probably just see the... We'll probably see this one go to game 2 pretty fast here. We'll see, though. Maybe there's a miracle top deck on the way, but I don't think there is going to be. Should definitely Tower of Water here to replace the Stadium. You may as well limit your opponent's card draw. There's the pass, though. I don't like that. You should definitely bump the Rose Tower there. I don't think you're ever thinning your hand out low enough to use the Rose Tower. I guess you could. If you top like an Ultra Ball, it is possible. There's the rope. And then we could just see them try and effectively or try and be aggressive about holding the Echoing Horn now, though, because you might just want to put the Urshifu back in play and force that back in play. So that is a play we could see. But I think you maybe just you could also cram that and hold it. I guess I don't hate that either. But you really want to get this knockout. You want to make sure you get this knockout. Okay, now we got the knockout. So gonna grab a Fusion Strike Energy, and then gonna sparkle to the Mew and the Meloetta, then draw some cards. Or it's actually eyeing up the DTE. I wonder how many. They didn't prize any Fusion Strike Energy, though. We saw the prize cards. They're actually going for the DTE. So they could actually whiff the KO here. I don't think I like this play. I guess you could still take the knockout with the Meloetta by putting the DTE on the Meloetta. Okay. I guess that's fine as well. But is there a reason to... Is there a reason to not put a Fusion Strike Energy in play? I guess is the question. They made a little bit movement like they feel they acted like they kind of messed up. So I feel like maybe they meant to grab a Fusion Strike Energy there. I might be wrong though. I might be wrong there though. But it made them look like the they made like a little bit of motion with their hands that made it seem like they messed up, and they're like, oh shoot, I messed up. But I could be wrong. They're gonna draw 3F. Ooh, they're thinking about benching the Genesect now. It feels a little bit safer to bench the Genesect now. Now you have attackers set up and you're gonna be getting aggressive. And your opponent's in a pretty bad spot. So I don't hate the Genesect bench now. Before it was kind of like, it didn't feel as good. Because like you don't know fully what you're up against probably here as Vitter, and you don't know if you want to keep that bench space open. So I like playing a little bit slower initially. Doesn't evolve to the VMAX. I don't know if I like that. I think you might as well evolve to the VMAX. I don't know why we're not evolving to the VMAX here. That's actually interesting to me to choose to not evolve to the VMAX to draw the extra card. Goes with a Rotom Phone. Yeah, I don't think I like not evolving to VMAX there. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, it has to come out. I guess you're like avoiding the Moltres boss KO on the VMAX. I guess that's what you avoid here by not evolving to VMAX. So maybe that's reasonable, I guess. You avoid that knockout. But that makes it even more weird to put the DTE on the Meloetta, because now if that does happen, if the Meloetta doesn't get KO'd before the Mew gets KO'd, then your Meloetta can't be taking knockouts still because it only has one Fusion Strike Energy. But I guess that might be the thought here. I guess that's possible. Just check for one more. There's the Ultra Ball. You can thin out the hand a little bit and then draw some more, or just retreat and get the knockout here. Should be a KO, right? Yeah, knockout. Hoop will go to the active, and you have even if they're able to pull off some kind of play. There's 2 Mew prize and a Mew VMAX. Curious to know what the Mew line is. There's the top deck and the concede. Okay, so we go to game 2. Like I said, we're probably going to game 2 pretty fast here. For Lucas, I feel like it wasn't like too big of a risk to evolve to the Mew VMAX there, but it's like, yeah, it's especially weird the way Vitter played it, because if the Meloetta gets knocked out, you have to evolve to the VMAX. But if they boss KO your Mew, then the Meloetta wants to be able to attack by itself, which means you want another Fusion Strike Energy there. So I think it was just a mistake from Vitter to not take a Fusion Strike Energy. I think they just messed up. They just like played it and they're like, oh wait, why did I take a DTE? I should have taken a Fusion Strike Energy. So I think that was just a mistake there in that game or on that situation, because they kind of like did like a little bit like, oh wait, what the heck did I just do? Reaction to when they went to go attach to the DTE. So I think they just messed that one up. But have I played Arceus Mew deck list from Japan? No, I have not. Yeah, I think that was like the only thing. Probably just like put a Fusion Strike Energy on the Meloetta. I guess you could evolve the what's it called, but all right. Here we go again. I see the Mew V. I see a couple Genesect and a VMAX in the hand. Take a look at the prize cards. Boss, Marnie's, and his results. Yeah, it's just Robin's. It does look like it's just like the list that Robin played. But there's a Marnie in here. So they definitely changed some stuff up. DTE and Boss are prized for Vitter, so nothing really like too impactful, I don't think. Too game-changing. Sob will start. I wonder if you want to choose to go second in this matchup with the deck that with this deck here, because what's going to happen is you don't have a ton of outs to basic Pokemon, and then I feel like you're just going to lose. I don't know. I feel like you definitely want to choose to go second here as Lucas. I could be wrong, and it's like try and get off a turn one, keep calling. I guess you lose access to like a turn 2. I don't know. Pretty sure you just want to go second though. So I'm pretty sure it's a mistake from Lucas to choose to go first here, because the chance of you having a good start is just like not ideal. Yeah, so you have a Snorlax. Snorlax gets benched. Here comes the Moltres. No energy, attach, retreat. See, like you didn't even get down, like you didn't do anything on your first turn here. Going second and using keep calling would have been way better. Or maybe playing a supporter out of the hand if there is one. So now for Vitter, you want to ideally, like there's no great target here, but if you play Escape Rope, it's still pretty good because either you KO the Moltres, so they can't net it, and now they have to like recover it with Rod or Clara, or they send up the Sobble and then they don't get Shady Dealings next turn. So an Escape Rope knockout here is still just really good in general, I would imagine. You could even go and try and use Psychic Leap and not put a Meloetta in play. I don't know how the prize trade wants to be broken down here for the Urshifu Dark deck, to be honest. I don't know how the prize trade wants to be broken down. So I don't know if they want to KO a Meloetta or don't want to KO a Meloetta. I don't actually know. So I would say you could go with Psychic Leap as Vitter. Or you could go with Meloetta and give him the Hoopa knockout, the potential for the Hoopa knockout, but I don't know how the prize trade. I've played very little with the the Urshi box deck, so I don't know how the price trade ends up breaking down, to be honest. But they go for the Meloetta though, so it looks like they're gonna go for the Meloetta knockout. Also, this means like it's a little bit easier to get the KO, and they are going for the Oricorio, which people in chat were saying that Pedro said Oricorio is not good to go for in this matchup. I don't know how the price trade breaks down, but I guess that means they can go like. Nah, off the top of my head, I don't know how the price trade would break down differently, to be honest, but. I don't know what play they get to go for now that Oricorio is in play. You can go for like a Hoopa hit into Meloetta into like a loop. You can loop the Meloetta is a play you can do, but I don't know if there's like something bigger than that. I just don't know. There's a Sparkle in the hand already, and they have a Quick Ball of a VMAX. So this makes you think that they probably play more VMAX. We'll see though. Grab the Mew V. So they're once again rocking only double Genesect, so they could definitely whiff here, but they drew really well so far, so they're probably not going to whiff. We'll see the draw 4 off the first Genesect. They have a Cramomatic, so as they get Cramomatic heads or an energy, then they have it because they have the Elsa Sparkle in hand. There we go, Gen for 4. And you want to do this, you want to draw before you play Elsa Sparkle, because you play Elsa Sparkle, you draw 1 more card, but you have 2 less energy in your deck, so your chances of actually hitting the KO are less. The draw is not great, especially because there's a Mew VMAX in the hand. You don't want to discard another Mew VMAX, I don't think. But to be honest, you may only need 1 Mew VMAX in this matchup most of the time anyways. So I don't hate the idea of discarding the Mew VMAX, but you probably want to give... So you could actually give up the Meloetta and the Mew VMAX here and keep the boss, which I think I like the most as long as there's a Mew VMAX left, which the way Vitter is playing it makes it seem like there is. I like that the most, I think. Because the boss is just like really, really good. And if Vitter check their prize cards, they know they have a boss prize. So the chance that they can find a boss next turn is really, really low. So I like discarding the Mew VMAX and the Meloetta. I don't think you need another Meloetta. So I don't know why they're keeping the Meloetta over the Mew VMAX. Yeah, I don't know. Because like once the first Meloetta goes down, the second Meloetta literally can't do anything. Because you're going to be out of Fusion Strike energy. I guess it is the possibility that you could. I think Vitter's playing for like a the prize trade instead of getting kind of comboed out of the game, which is what the Urshifu deck does. The Urshifu deck doesn't really prize trade against you, I feel like, more so than just like, they're not going to use a bunch of Moltres. They play one Moltres and one Clar. Like, they can't really chain Moltres. They can do it, like, especially with it already on the bench. I don't know. Like, I feel like I would have kept the Mew VMAX at the very least, but I think I would have kept the boss. I think I valued the boss the highest, actually, to be honest. There's 3 cards there. All right, so it's coming down to a cram heads, and this is why I was like unsure about putting that other, like, not now that I see it, but like I don't know if you needed that second Mew. I feel like what's it called was just kind of better to get. Like, instead of Mew, I feel like grabbing and they got the head, so they can get the. Let's see if they go for a Fusion Strike energy here, or if they still go for the DTE. Well, no, DTE actually makes no sense here because they wouldn't be able to kill the Snorlax, so they can't go DTE here. I was wondering if like they're just like going DTE on the Meloetta or not, but you actually can't do that here. Yeah, I don't know if I feel like at once, like if you're going for this turn 1 knockout, if you get this turn 1 knockout, you don't need the second Mew V in play. I feel like you're fine with just like the Meloetta plus the Mew VMAX should be enough pressure. But yeah, everyone in chat is saying that you don't want Oricorio in play in this matchup. So maybe it should be triple Genesect, double Mew plus the Meloetta for the turn 1 knockout. Maybe that should be just the way it is. Also, with how this matchup plays out, it seems like it's best to choose to go second as the Mew player for sure. So if we get to a game 3, I'm actually interested to see what Vitter chooses as first or second. But to be honest, you don't need to go that fast as the Mew player. They can't pressure. Yeah, but as soon as you don't go that fast, you're gonna get in trouble. Like letting them get a free turn to set up is just wrong, like bad. You definitely want to get a turn 1 knockout here. I feel like giving like Lucas being like choosing to go first as a mistake, and then being like, you know, getting like a free turn to keep calling sounds pretty bad. But yeah, I definitely don't like this Meloetta hold for here from Vitter. I think Vitter's thinking that they're trying to do like 2 1-prizers plus 2 Mew VMAX, but I feel like that's not how this matchup actually works. Ends up with a switch off the prize card, takes the top left prize card, so slightly incorrect, but not terrible. What was that top left? But for them, it was actually I don't know where that one is. Why is it bad to play Oricorio? Well, people were saying in chat that Pedro said like because then you can go Hoopa Punch the Meloetta and then Leap Loop it with Metacham. I don't know what play you're trying to set up after that, to be honest, because then you have to go into something else after that. But I don't know what you're trying to do after that. Are you then attacking with Urshifu, I guess? But that doesn't work because then they would have drawn. They draw a prize card, you hit with that. No, I guess that would work. Yeah. So the turn you Leap Loop, you can like bench. What's it called? All right, so there's to keep calling, but it's a turn late, right? The boss happens for a little bit of a stall play, and then over to Bitter. Now they did keep the they drew into a boss here. They drew into their 3rd boss. But I'm pretty sure boss KO on the Moltres never makes any sense. I think the best play here from Vidor is actually just a Psychic Leap to Sobble. But they got rid of their Mew VMAX, so it's going to be a lot harder. But the play I would like to see here from Vitter would be Psychic Leap Sobble, I think, and just go into a Genesect. Because then you've drawn 2 prize cards, so Moltres isn't hitting. Nothing can hit your Mew, but I guess Moltres isn't KOing your Mew anyway. So if you just use Mew VMAX knockout, that also works. I think you just probably don't want to give them any prize cards or any hits. So I think you could probably just run to a Genesect here. You could just Psychic Leap into a Genesect. That'd probably be fine. That seems like the best play to me. Also, I guess it's weird. Well, I guess maybe the reason Vitter actually ended up... Well, no, it wouldn't have mattered. I was going to say maybe the reason Vitter kept the Meloetta is because they're down 2 Mew VMAX, but they wouldn't be down 2 Mew VMAX if they hadn't discarded the second Mew VMAX instead and then instead discard the Meloetta. So, yeah. Phone on top. But yeah, I think just Psychic Leap into a Genesect is probably the way to go. Which is a really good play in a lot of 1-prize matchups when you just know your opponent probably can't KO the Genesect. If you just run, okay, they got the DTE, they got a Quick Ball, they got a Scram-O-Matic, but they need a little bit more though here. Fusion energy on them all. That's not true, because sometimes they have to attack with the Gmax Rapid Flow before they can ping with Quick Shooting or get off enough ping. So You can also play like a smaller Genesect board of like 2 and go like double Fusion Strike Energy on Meloetta, double Fusion Strike Energy on the Genesects. Genesect 2 for 3. I think I saw the VMAX there. So they got the VMAX. They got the tablet. So they can Psychic Leap here and then go into a Genesect. Let's see if they see the play though. I think it's probably the correct play. You appreciate the 713 sub there, Soul TCG. See what they end up going for though. There's gonna be VMAX. They have the boss. They could boss KO Moltres, but then it probably just gets like it can just get ordinary rotted, so that's why I'm not a huge fan of it. Also, your Mew getting hit. So the thing is, your Mew getting hit isn't that scary. I think the problem is that you won't get to Psychic Leap next turn. So now like theoretically, Moltres could punch your Mew. I don't know. I just don't want to see Moltres punch the Mew, basically. All right, this list is definitely different from Robin's for sure. So there's 2 baby Moltres, but this is definitely a different. This is not like that close to Robin's. I don't think there's 2 baby Moltres. So we've seen a couple different cards in here. That also looks like a. Actually, I have no idea what that card is. Is that a Leon? That might be a Leon. Actually, that might be a Leon. I can't tell what that is. It's a Leon or a Research, I think, but I can't actually fully tell what that is. Raihan? Oh, is it Raihan? You appreciate the 2-month resub there, Blank. Not much to look at in the discard pile. They're going with the level ball here so they can get themselves the Drizzile. I guess just hitting with the Mew VMAX is fine. I don't know. I still like the idea of leaping to Genesect, but maybe it's like not that big of a deal. There's a Clara. So they can recover 2 energy with that. What is the rest of the hand? I'm like really curious. I see an Evolution Incense. Oh, they actually have. They can hit with Moltres here. It just doesn't really feel like it does very much to hit with Moltres here. But if they chain 3 Moltres in a row here, they maybe just win. So they can hit with Moltres here. It just doesn't feel like hitting with Moltres here does very much. Because you have to like chain another Moltres after that, but maybe that's not that hard to do. Clara, this will recover. Yeah, so they can hit with they can get Sabo, yeah. For some reason I thought you could only get Pokemon or energy in my head. I choose not to get the Urshifu, it looks like. So we're all in on the birds. Bobble down. And then they have the other Moltres in hand. But they didn't get Scoop Net, so I don't think they're attacking this turn. I think they're just gonna pass. So they did like a bunch of stuff to set up for the next turn. I don't know how they retreated either. I think I'm confused on that one. Can they retreat that Sobble there? I'm pretty sure they can't retreat that Sobble there. They have the stadium in hand. They meant to play the stadium, I think. Am I missing something though? I could be missing something, but I'm pretty sure they meant to play the stadium in hand and then forgot. Or so they can't retreat there. Hopefully someone catches it. We'll see. You can't do that. That's illegal, bro. Somebody get to call the cops, bro. All right. So that's a waste of a boss because there should be a Sobble in the active. Here comes the Psychic Leap play. So I like this. This is a really good play. This is like what I said I maybe want to see last turn, but I don't think it's like that big of a deal to maybe have not done it last turn, because it kind of works out where it's like, yeah, maybe it would work out where it didn't really matter. Yeah, maybe it works out where it just doesn't really matter, to be honest. If you didn't Psychic Leap last turn, but you go for it this turn. I was like kind of stressing it last turn, but because they couldn't want to KO you anyways, you could just Psychic Leap this turn. It's kind of like the same thing. I guess the thing though is like, if Lucas had attacked with a Moltres last turn, if they had like a hand in a board state where they could like make back to back Moltres or something, which I don't know if their deck can do, then you kind of end up in a situation where as Vitter is like you want to Psychic Leap KO the Moltres, but then you need triple tablet to do it with this Mew. So then you'd have to go boss around it, but then you leave a Moltres set up, which means a boss play is possible on Lucas's turn. So that's why I kind of like the idea of Psychic Leaping last turn, setting up a Genesect this turn. So if they attack with a Moltres this turn, then you're not leaving it set up. Then you go into the active again and want to KO it. So I kind of like that a little bit more, but... So Vitter kind of ends up wasting a boss there. They got the Psychic Leap. They use the tablet, so I'm sure that's what they're doing. Or did they net? They maybe netted. Maybe we just didn't see the net. It's possible, I guess. They maybe did play a net. Seems like a waste of a net, but I guess they maybe did play a net that we just didn't see. They could have played a net because their discard pile is off to the side, so they maybe put a net in their discard pile that we didn't see. But I didn't think I saw a net. I thought they just retreated. All right, they Psychic Leaped. They're not drawing the prize cards yet, though. All right. All right, Topple's up. Yeah, I mean, they maybe netted. We just didn't see it. Hoop is down. There's the Tower of Waters. So they can set up the loop play here. Oh, never mind. Leon KO. So 5 prize cards left for Lucas. But now I'm pretty sure Vitter can just go Mew V knockout, Meloetta knockout, or even could go Meloetta. I think an Urshifu has to make an appearance for Lucas to have a shot, because Vitter just doesn't have. If Vitter just doesn't put down, if Vitter just does not put down, so it's gonna work out to have this extra Meloetta around, to be honest. But you still could have gone like Mew V Meloetta Mew VMAX, so that still would have worked. You could like Sparkle to the active double tableted, or like boss tablet KO Sobble or something with Leap, and then go Meloetta bench Mew VMAX, close out the game with your last DTE. But this also works from Vitter, so it is going to work out that the what's it called is there. We see the quick ball of the Genesect. I figured you'd want to get another Genesect in play, but they're going for the Mew V, which is like also fine, but I don't know. I kind of want that extra draw power. I don't know. Like, you don't need the Mew V this turn. You need the Mew V next turn after something gets KO'd. So they have the Elsa Sparkle. Nope, not going for it yet. I think they have the 4th Fusion Strike Energy in the deck, but I'm not sure. DTE to Meloetta. Gonna go with the Genesect first. Seems fine, to be honest, because you can just retreat to the Meloetta with double Fusion Strike Energy and attack with that. They maybe have Fusion Strike Energy prize, but I'm pretty sure they don't. So I don't know why they don't just go get it and put on the Meloetta. But I could be wrong, I guess. There's a DTE prize. They haven't discarded a DTE, I don't think. And they probably play 3 because we haven't seen the basic Psychic. So it's probably 3 DTE, 4 Fusion, no basic Psychic. But could be wrong. There could still be a basic Psychic in there, which means they maybe only play 2 DTE. Which means if they don't get that DTE and they attack with Meloetta next turn, they actually can't attack with that Mew anymore. It is also possible it's just 2 DTE, I guess. We'll see. Level ball here. I assume to grab a Drizzile. They weren't very happy with their search. Uh-oh. I think their Drizzile is prized. I think they're out of Drizzile here. They're not happy. I'm pretty sure this one's over. I think we got a L for Lucas, 2-0 for Vitter in this round 4. But pretty sloppy overall for Lucas. I was off the rip, just choosing to go first. Was there a Drizzile prize? There was a Drizzile prize, yeah. But that's something you have to account for, you know? Like, that's something you should have accounted for as Lucas earlier on. I don't think it's winning Lucas the game. Lucas would draw 1 more prize card, go down to 4. And then Vitter just goes knockout, knockout. And there's never a board state where Lucas can win, I don't think. I'm pretty sure. So... But, I mean, Lucas could have maybe made a play a couple turns ago where they, instead of going... The play that Lucas could have made to play around that Drizzile being prize is like going Shady Dealings for Shady Dealings and Teleon, and then Shady Dealings and Teleon for a Scoop Up Net and something else, and then reset the Shady Dealings and Teleon, and then you have Shady Dealings in hand, and you're just like fine from there. So, overall, like just some mistakes there from Lucas for sure. But that's it. This is round 4.